Revolution Round Town, and we are in a very exciting place because this is a sneak peek tour. So we are here at the Strand Brewing Company, who is not open yet, but we're looking to open at the end of February here, right?
Yeah, about 2 weeks from today.
Okay, and we are here with Clayton. So Clayton, say hello to all of our viewers.
Hey, everybody.
And Clayton, I just wanted you to kind of, well, first of all, thank you so much for letting us come in.
Thank you for being interested, and thanks for coming down.
Yeah, which is, I was so excited that we get to be, one of the ones that come in and have a sneak peek tour.
Yeah.
But let's start off talking a little bit about where Strand Brewing Company came and just was inspired from, and why you really felt like this is the time to open it here in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, so we've got a small team. There's 3 of us that are owners of the brewery, and we kind of got wind that the city of Myrtle Beach was trying to revitalize downtown, and so we met with some people with the city of Myrtle Beach to learn a little bit more about what that looked like. And what we discovered through all of that was this community that was just really eager to see this part of town come back to life.
Oh, yeah.
And you heard all the stories about what it used to be, and so we thought that was a neat opportunity.
Yeah, oh yeah.
To be a part of that. And then we have a lot of experience in the industry, and we've seen breweries across the country kind of be the catalyst for urban revitalization. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, people will go to the worst neighborhood in the worst part of town to drink beer.
Because it's usually the best.
Well, yeah, so that situation coupled with this just like sincere desire to have somebody come in and take a chance kind of got us here.
Yeah.
And, we're just hopeful that, one, that we can make good beer. That's our core competencies.
Right.
The beer's going to be fantastic. We've got 4 beers that have gone through the complete fermentation cycle. We've kegged them. They're on tap. They're
awesome.
Very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
And we just feel awesome about being a part of downtown Myrtle Beach, and we're very, very hopeful that we get families back in Nance Plaza, and that we get other businesses coming to this area to kind of restore what once was.
Right.
And so we just couldn't be happier to be
Well,
here.
I love that. And
Yeah.
I mean, really just bringing people down. And we just walked through, I mean, it's turning out to be beautiful. They're really doing a great job of fixing up the landscaping down here and having you guys come in and bring people in here. And I know you want to be active and do a lot more like events and be active in the community, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a little bit of a tricky time to be hosting events, so we're going to try and be as safe
Right.
As we possibly can when we have our soft opening, our grand opening. But the city's done an amazing job and really kind of put their money where their mouth is. They said they wanted to revitalize downtown. Right. We believed in that vision, so we took a chance on doing our part with this building, and they're really doing their part.
Yeah.
And that's a really awesome thing, because you kind of need the private sector and the public sector to come together to make this happen.
Very much
and
so.
So the city of Myrtle Beach has been absolutely fantastic. But we're really hopeful that families want to come back down. That we've got this beautiful park that they've restored. They've got the turf in, the new landscaping. We're just a short walk from the beach. Like, it kind of blows my mind.
It is.
That we're here, and just I don't see why we shouldn't find a lot of success as a business, but also collectively as a community with restoring this part of town.
Well, I know my family. I mean, like, I've got 2 little girls, and they love to come out and listen to music.
Yeah.
So we can sit outside. I mean, we're looking out over, if you could see this view, I mean, right here from your main room, you can see the ocean, you can see everything.
Yeah.
It's going to be such a cool spot to come down here, grab a beer, a delicious beer,
Yeah.
and just sit and listen to some music and hang out, or just be able to be out here and have the fresh ocean air and let the kids run around in the courtyard would be amazing.
Yeah, and it's funny that it's that simple, but it really is. I mean, you go to communities across the country who have dozens and dozens of local breweries, and the experience from brewery to brewery is very similar, and that they're very communal. They're great places to host philanthropic events, family-oriented, and I guess the big X factors you go from brewery to brewery is how committed are they to making good beer.
Right.
And we are super committed to making good beer. That's our number one priority. And we've got a very, very gifted brewer in the back of the house, Christoph Perdue. We've hired who we think is an absolutely exceptional general manager, Mary Skipper, who's going to kind of manage the experience. Right. And so we're it's kind of the pressure's on. We want to deliver what the local community expects of us. And we're certainly trying to do everything we can to do
Well,
that.
It sounds like you have all the team members in place to be able to do that.
Yeah, very fortunate. I've got a good team. I have a really good team, and good beer, good people, really cool venue.
Yeah.
I
and
think
don't
should
worry
be a good
about it. I
thing.
mean, you can come and try all these really good beers, but there will be some snacks here available. So to
Yeah.
kind of keep it
Absolutely,
down so you
yeah.
can try everything.
We do not have a lot of experience in running a kitchen,
Right.
but we knew that food was an important
Yes.
component to the experience. So we partnered with a local restaurateur. His name is Sean Kobos. He owns 2 restaurants in Conway, South Carolina. One's called the Crafty Rooster.
Yep, which everyone knows, Crafty Rooster. So you know when you go to Conway and you want to
Yep.
go to Crafty Rooster, they have some great wings down there. They
Yeah.
have some really good food. Their chicken bog is second to none.
It's fantastic.
It is. So now you can come and be the people that are at the beach that, you know, maybe don't travel to Conway as much.
Yep.
You can get a taste of that same cooking
Yep.
right here.
And what was attractive about partnering with Sean is that Sean is also a huge beer advocate. And Crafty
yes.
Rooster's kind of been a local destination for fantastic beer. So Sean has put a lot of effort into making sure that we pair the beer and the food appropriately. So we're really excited about him operating the kitchen. The menu is upscale bar food. I don't know if that's a real style, but it'll be fantastic, and hopefully keeps people here for another pint, and also kind of is that missing component that sometimes you find in breweries. You're like, man, I wish I could stay, but there's nothing to eat.
Yeah,
And so you
I
have
need,
to go
I need
somewhere
something
else.
to kind of soften everything
Yeah,
that I'm
totally.
putting in there. That's exciting. All right, well, how about a little tour?
Absolutely. So
All right.
we're standing in our tap room. The tap room's about 1,800 square feet. We've got the tables spaced out right now. So, you know, I think full capacity, we can have well over 100 people in here.
Okay.
Probably won't be wanting that many people in
Right,
here as
right
we
away.
get going, just from a safety standpoint. But the great thing about it, and the way that we designed it, and we worked with Mashburn Construction to lay all of this out,
Right.
is you have a full view of the brewing
And
operation.
this is awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky I got a cameraman today. So if you scroll over and see, these are so, I mean, and they're just beautiful to look at, really.
Oh, well, thank you. And we think that this makes you really feel like you're part of the brewing experience. And
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure.
We'll be running our normal day-to-day operations for a lot of the time that we're open to the public. And we just think that adds another layer of excitement.
Yeah.
And, you know, fortunately for us, aside of being a good brewer, Christoph is also a super nice, personable, funny guy. So I think he's going to have a good time, and we're going to hire more people to help him. I think he's going to have a good time interacting with people along the drink rail here.
Well, I was just going to say that
as
how
he's
cool
making
is
beer.
you could sit here and drink and watch them do their work and actually brew the next one that then
Yeah.
you're going to want to come back and try in a couple weeks when
Totally.
it's done.
Yeah, and we want to get the feedback from the local community as to what kind of beers do they want, you know, or what's really getting them excited, because we've got a lot of flexibility in what we can do, and you know, hopefully they tell us what they want and we can make it for them.
That's awesome.
That's the goal.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I love that.
But if
Very
you
cool.
go kind of right to left here,
Okay.
we have our fermentation vessels right here, these 5 tanks that kind of have a cone on the bottom.
Okay.
Then we have a bright tank. A bright tank is where we house finished beer that's ready for packaging.
Okay.
We have what's called a cold liquor tank, just cold water. A hot liquor tank, hot water. And then the 3 vessels over there on the platform that Christoph is climbing up on, that's our brew house. So we've got a 15-barrel, 3-vessel brew house. Our initial setup right now has us able to do about 2,500 barrels annually. We do have spots located in the back of the brewery to add more fermentation capacity, so we can
Okay.
get to maybe 4,500, 5,000 barrels. And we think that through our distribution channel with Better Brands as our distributor, they distribute to Orion Georgetown County, the demand in the tap room, that should satisfy that 2-county footprint, and that's really all we want to be. We want to be the hometown brewery for Orion Georgetown County and for the city of Myrtle Beach.
I love that they have to come here. So if you sample it here on vacation, you need to come back
Yeah,
and try
totally.
it again.
Yeah, and we'll have availability in local bars and restaurants around town as
Right.
well. Better Brands is it's exceptional, and we're excited that we've partnered with them. But yeah, we feel like we've got it all here. We're ready, man. We're ready to get the show on the road.
Yeah, that's awesome. Did you get all the way down there and see back in there?
Excuse me.
It's really cool process. Hey, how
Hey,
are
Christoph.
you? You say
Christoph, what
hi.
are you
We're
brewing?
live on Facebook.
What are you brewing today, man?
We're doing Wingtip Pilsner. It's one of our 3 core brands that we're going to do.
Awesome. Harry, actually, you know what? I don't know if they heard you here. You can use my micro pick. Tell
Sure,
them what
yeah.
you're doing and kind of how the process is.
Yeah, so we're brewing our Wingtip Pilsner today. Getting the tank cleaned right now. And this is going to be a lager beer, so it ferments a little colder. And should be ready in about 3 weeks for everyone to try.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right for, the grand opening.
That's right. Yeah, that's what we're aiming for.
Fantastic. All right.
Awesome.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Get back to work there. Well, then it's just really cool. I mean, we can kind of tour over here and see the actual bar area.
This is the bar, pretty simple. We've got 12 beers on tap at any moment. We hope to have 7 when we open in a couple of weeks. And then by early March, we should have all 12 lines filled. We'll have some wine and non-alcoholic drinks for people that maybe aren't yet into beer or craft beer for that matter.
Well, that's a great option because I know a lot of friends that it's like the husband drinks a lot of beer or the wife, and then the other significant other is like, I don't really love beer. What am I going to get? So
it doesn't have to be a place just for the craft beer lover. I mean, this can be for anybody, and with the park here and just the environment. We got foosball table. We'll have I think we're gonna do giant Jenga.
Okay.
Twister, which is hilarious to watch people play Twister. Giant Connect 4 and cornhole outside as well. And we'll have picnic tables out. Our courtyard seating, or cafe seating, if you will, extends out into that concrete pad.
Okay.
And should be a pretty awesome place.
Yeah. Well, it's just cool to look out and see all that and be able to kind of be inside, outside, and just kind of be a part of all of it.
Yeah.
Which would be great.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I mean, this has been awesome. Thank you so
coming.
much for
Thanks
kind of
your
showing
interest.
us a little bit around. So let's tell everyone real quick again. We've got a soft opening starting about the 23rd, right?
Yeah, we're going to open the doors, God willing, on Tuesday, February 23rd, I think at noon.
Okay.
Mary's the boss at the front of the house, so we'll put more information out with some details on our Facebook and Instagram pages. We'd love for people to go follow those. And then
we'll make sure we tag all that here.
Yeah, and as long as we feel like we can safely execute some events outside, we'll start doing some things starting on March the 4th with an event called Kids in the Park, which is really geared towards getting families down here. And then we'll have an event on Fridays called Live After 5, which would be local live music. And then on Saturdays, we're having an event in the park called Shakedown Street. Shakedown Street will be local artists, vendors, and then also the other things, the games that we're going to have outside. And just we're trying to create that local brewery communal feel.
A lot of live action, a lot of live buzz. I feel like at
totally.
that point, beginning of March, I mean, the weather already is starting to turn a little bit.
Yeah, it feels great today, doesn't it?
It feels great today.
Yeah.
We've been up and down a little bit, but hopefully by, beginning of March, we'll kind of even out a little bit, and people are going to be wanting to get out of their houses. The school's kind of going back. Like, we're kind of getting a little bit taste of some normalcy and
Absolutely.
to get out
and parents want to get
enjoy.
outside too. I got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Yeah,
and it's super challenging during COVID to manage all that, and we hope that maybe we can create a space out here that's fenced in, that's safe, where parents can let the kids run around, have a beer, and kind of decompress for a little bit.
Yeah.
So everybody on the team is a parent or a soon-to-be parent, and so the family aspect is super important to us.
Right, yeah. Well, I love that. Well, I appreciate it too, being
Yeah.
a parent as well. All right, well, I just want to say thank you to you again. Remind everyone that we are right downtown here on Nance's Plaza at 8th Avenue, right here in the heart of Myrtle Beach. Make sure that you are liking all of their social media so you know what's happening, because it sounds like there's going to be a ton of stuff and you want to be in the know about it. Again, this is Revolution Round Town, and we'll see you guys next time.